Good morning, everybody. Okay, so I mentioned in the group this morning to keep out of the markets, and for good reason. We've got, we're entering the final chapter of Brexit, hopefully, and obviously last night and all through the day. Basically this week we've gone through quite a few dramas, from not having a deal at all to talks breaking down to a complete opposite end of the spectrum where there are signs of a breakthrough and a deal could be made. Now, take it all with a pinch of salt. We've got the EU summit tomorrow, and there's so many variables that could happen here. But if I just show you the pound pairs, this is from this morning. This is on the 5-minute time frame. You know, you've got a 90 pip move. Well, look what's happening now. You know, it's just all over the place. So you don't want anything to do with this. You know, if you're trying to long or short this, you're going to be caught out through whip sways. You can't manage risk. If there's a gap in the market, that if there's a gap in the market, so let's say your stop loss was here, for instance, and you were trying to long the trade and it came down. This could have easily gapped. So as market's starting to move it. This could have easily gapped and stopped you out for more than 1%. You know, just stay away. It's just not worth it. But we can still find opportunity if it plays out. So if I just go back to Euro Aussie, I'll just start with the daily time frame. So what we've got here. And I'm not going to go into market structure, support and resistance. If you're new to the group, just go and watch the online videos, and I'll teach you how to do top-down analysis properly, set your support and resistance lines, create your zones. You've got the trend line structure, etc., and how to manage all of this framework. So briefly, the framework allows you to identify price. So here's price right now. It allows you to identify it in the bigger picture. So if I turn all of this off, you know, we've just got a bunch of candles. Now I can see market structure in that because I'm experienced. I can see the trend lines here and here, etc. But if you're new, then it doesn't really mean anything. It's just a load of random lines. So if this is going up, where's it going to go up to? If it's coming down, where's it going to come down to? If I turn this back on again, now we have something to work against. So this is the market. So this is the market framework. So I can now see this on the bigger picture. So what we've got here is a nice head and shoulders formation pattern forming. So we've got the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. And then if we zoom in on the lower time frames, so here's the 4-hour time frame. Now we don't need to look to the left now. We know there's a head and shoulders formation occurring, so we can focus in. We can zoom right into this area. So we know this is a trend line. We know this is a trend line. So what we're interested in now is what's happening, you know, what's price doing at this area now. So another question, a few questions I've had from the group is, how do I spot these opportunities? Well, going back to the framework, at the end of the week, you need to be doing your market analysis, end of week market analysis. So you've got your currency pairs. You want to make sure that you adjust your framework, all the trend lines. You don't need to adjust your support and resistance lines, but you do need to move your trend lines in accordance to where the market's moved. Yeah, you should be doing this on a real-time basis anyway, certainly daily. So what I then do is I set alerts at those key areas, and I draw boxes like this to give me some visual focus. So when the alert goes off, I've got some kind of memory. You make notes as well. But you can see this alert. It's gone off at this area. So, and you might have heard the alerts trigger them. So when these alerts go off, I just quite literally click on the currency pair that the alert's gone off to, and I look what's happening. And as we can see here, we've got a nice 4-hour bearish engulfing. So I let the market come to me. I write notes about what I'm seeing, what I'm expecting, what my expectations are. And that's all you can do. You've got an expectation, and then when the alert goes off, you monitor price to see what's happening right now, and then you make notes on that. and then it's a case of see, the alert's just gone up there. So it's a case of just waiting for this to shape. Now, what we've just had here is a bearish engulfing off this trend, which is an area of resistance on the trend resistance on the weekly time frame is. So this holds some conviction. Got a nice bearish engulfing, and then we've had a rejection of this 163.50 level. The market likes to work to whole numbers. Just look at the top of this candle here and look to the right. That is 16400. You know, so it just plays out time and time again. So with Brexit going on at the moment, we're having a little bit of the markets are a bit on edge. So here, what we've got is, although we've got all this indecision, we've now got a morning star formation, which is a bullish sign. So we've got plenty of time for this to form. We're not interested in getting involved yet. We just want to monitor price and see how this forms. Okay. So I'm going to put this in the group. This more than anything could just be an educational video, but yeah, at the moment it's showing signs of it might just range. You know, this might just range now. So if I just draw that, let me just get rid of this for a minute. Just hide this. I'll sort that out after. Yeah, what we might get now is this just range and give us a bit of sideways movement. But what we'd look for is it to roll over and start to come back under this trend here, you see. So we're just going to monitor price for now. We have to be very careful with Brexit related dramas. But if we do take a trade, I'll be monitoring the markets and letting you know. If we do take a trade, as always, 20 pips into profit, you move your stop to break even. Okay. So yeah, speak to you soon, guys.